Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, we were at Vatta verses, right? Vatta verses. So we finished in Vatta verses, we finished until Bhakara Vipula. Bhakara Vipula. So do you have any questions from Bhakara Vipula or other Vatta verses? No questions? Okay, then let's move to the next Vipula verse, next variation of Vatta verses. Actually, these are variations of Pathyavatta verse. Pathyavatta means as we learned last week, yaja, right? In the first line after four syllables, there should be yagana. In the second line after four syllables, there should be jagana. Third line again, yagana. Fourth line, jagana. So that structure is in Pathyavatta verse. So the variations of that Pathyavatta verse, these Vipula verses, Bhavipula, Ravipula, and other Vipula verses are variations of that Pathyavatta verse. So we learned that in Bhavipula, there are two types mainly. What are they? Pingala, Pingala Bhavipula or Pingala Bhakara Vipula, you can say, and Setava Bhakara Vipula. If Bhagana is there in second line and fourth line, then we call it not second line and fourth line. When Bhagana is there in the first line and third line, when Bhagana is there in that first line and third line, we call it Pingala Bhakara Vipula. But when Bhagana is there in all four lines, we call it Setava Bhakara Vipula. So these are the two main types of Bhakara Vipula, but we further learn that if the Bhagana is there only in the first line, then we call it Patama Bhakara Vipula. If it is there only in the second line, that means ya, bha, ya, cha. First line yagana, second line bhagana, third line yagana, fourth line again jagana. We call it Dutiya Bhakara Vipula because bhagana is there in the second line. If bhagana is there in the third line, we call it Tatiya Bhakara Vipula. If bhagana is there in the fourth line, we call it Chatutha Bhakara Vipula. So we did not learn this yet. That is, if there are two, like if we learned that if there are two bhaganas in the first and third lines, we call it Pingala Bhakara Vipula. But if the just assume that if bhaganas are there, bhag groups are there in the second and fourth lines, that means even lines, what we call them? Did we learn a name for that?
No, Bhante.
No, okay. Right? So we call it Ubhaya Bhakara Vipula. Ubhaya Bhakara Vipula. Ubhaya means two, both. So Bhagana is there in both second and fourth lines. We call it Ubhaya Bhakara Vipula. So there is not a specific name, but because those Bhaganas are there in two lines, we call it both Bhavipula, Ubhaya Bhavipula. So that is the those are the sub-variations of Bhavipula verse. So now three other verses are remaining. They are for Ravipula and Navipula, and then the next one is Tavipula. Three verses are remaining: Ravipula, Navipula, and Tavipula. So these three verses are completely same with Bhakaripula. I mean, the sub-variations are completely same. Only difference is that in Ravipula, Ragana is there at the place of Bhagana. When we come to Navipula, Nagana is there at the place of Bhagana. When we come to Tavipula, there also Thagana is there at the place of Bhagana. So that is the only difference. So it is easy to remember these verses, Ravipula and so on. So let's check it. Eva manya ro chatutha, eva manya ro chatutha, So you see the first thing is there should be 8 syllables in each line, right? That is the basic rule of what the verses. So eva, manya, ro, cha, tutta. There are 8 syllables in this line. So this line should be repeated 4 times to compose a what the verse. And then the second second rule was that there should not be nagana or sagana after first syllable, right? So here you can see A is the first syllable. After that, manya, ro, it is a magana, not nagana or sagana. So second rule is fulfilled. The third rule is that in Pathyavata verses, in a normal Vatta verse, that means in the basic verse, all 4 lines, this group, that means the second group, first syllable is there, one group is there, second group should be ya groups in all 4 lines. That was the basic Vatta rule, right? Not Pathyavata, but Vatta rule. But the second verse, Pathyavata verse, the rule is a little bit different. That is, in the odd lines there should be yagana, and even lines there should be jagana. That is yaja, yagana, jagana, yagana, jagana. That is the Pathyavata rule. So here, what is different? The difference is that ragana should be there at this place. So the meaning is given as if after the 4 syllables, if after the 4th syllable there is a ragana, this is another variation, that is Ravipula. Evang anya, ro, chatutha. Chatutha after the 4th syllable is the ablative case. Chatutha after the 4th syllable. Ro, if ragana is there, evang, like this means the Bhakaripula verse, anya, this is another variation. That variation is Rakara Vipula or Ravipula, right? Ravipula. So that is about Ravipula. So in Ravipula also, like in Bhavipura, there are two main types: Pingala Ravipula and Setava Ravipula. When there is Ragana in odd lines and Jagana in even lines, that is called as Pingala Ravipula, right? That is Raja, Ragana, Jagana. It is Pingala Rakara Vipula. Setava Rakara Vipula is when Ragana is there in all 4 lines. Ragana. That is Setava Rakara Vipula. So Ravipula is also known as Vipula 4, that is another naming. So as we learned, it is not seen here, but as we learned, there are other sub-variations such as Pathama Rakara Vipula, Dutiya Rakara Vipula, Tatiya Rakara Vipula, and Chatutta Rakara Vipula, then Ubhay Rakara Vipula. I will show you some examples for Rakara Vipula also. So here also give some examples are given. But, this is an example for Pathama Rakara Vipula from Padarupa Siddhi. This is also in commentaries. I can't remember in commentaries or sub-commentaries, but this verse was there in Pali literature. Samagati in Mula Bhasa, I'm sure you have met this. This is about Pali language. Samagadhi Mula Bhasa Narayayadhi Kaptika Brahmano Chasuta Lapa Sambuddha Chapi Bhasare. So Sa is the first syllable. After that first syllable, there is Magadhi. There is one group that is not Ragana or that is not Nagana or Sagana. Then the second rule, this is the second group, and this is the final syllable. In this line also, after first syllable, there is a group that is Magana, because there are 3 heavy syllables, and after that one group is there, and then Padantagat. Brahmano, yeah. Brah is the first syllable, Mano Chas is the group, Sutta La is the second group, Pa is the heavy syllable. Sam is the first syllable, Bud Dha, cha is the first group, pi, bha, sa is the second group, and re is the antagaru. So here you can see in all these three lines, all these three lines, the first group after the first syllable is are not sagana or nagana, not sagana or nagana. So that is a condition, right? Here it is a ragana, here it is a magana, here it is a, what is this, ma, no, chas, it is magana, right? Magana. And here buddha, cha, here also it is magana, through three heavy syllables. Then let's move to the important groups. These are the most important groups in the Vata verse, right? Moola bha. What is this group? Moola bha.
Ragana.
It is ragana, right? It is ragana. So in a normal Pathyavata verse, what is the group? What is the group that should be here? In a normal Pathyavata verse,
Should be Yagana.
yes, very good. It should be yagana. In normal Pathyavata verse, the first, like in the odd line, it is yagana, then jagana, again yagana, again jagana, right? That is the Pathyavata structure. But you see now, in the place of yagana, there is a ragana. There is a ragana. In the second line, vikappi is jagana, jagana. So it is normal. It is not abnormal. And in the third line, sutta la, you see it is yagana. Lahu garu garu, it is yagana. And then in the fourth line, ibhasa is jagana, lahu garu lahu. So you can see in all other three lines, normal Pathyavata conditions are there. All the Pathyavata conditions are there. But in the first line, the group is ragana. So this is called as Patama Ravipula or Patama Rakara Vipula verse, right? Okay, are there any questions? No question. Then we are moving to another example for Ravipula. It is Tatiya Rakara Vipula from Pachityadi Yojana. Pachityadi Yojana. So ma is the first syllable and ha, ka, ru is the first group. Nikang, na is the second group. Abhi, nat, va, sa. A is the first letter, right? Bhi, nat, va, samas, to, ha, chit, yadi, vanna, na, ya, ka, visamat, yoj, nang. So here, let's first check for the first group, like first groups in each line. Ha, ka, ru is tagana, right? Garu, garu, lahu is tagana. Bhi, nat, va, lahu, garu, garu, it is yagana. Chityadi, garu, garu, lahu again tagana. Rissa, mat is magana. Three heavy syllables. Ris is heavy, sa is heavy, mat is heavy. So there is no nagana or sagana in any line. Then in the second groups, if this is a Pathyavata verse, then there should be yagana, jagana, yagana, jagana, right? Yagana, jagana, yagana, jagana. So let's check it. Nikang na is yagana.
Yagana.
Yes, it is yagana. Then samasa is
Jagana.
jagana. Samasa is jagana. Then in the next line, vanna na, what is the group?
Ragana.
It is a ragana, right? It is a ragana. Then in the fourth line,
Jagana.
yeah, it is a jagana. Thayoja. It is a jagana. So you see, in the normal Pathyavata verse, this should be yagana, jagana, yagana, jagana. But in the place of yagana, there is a ragana. There is a ragana. So we call this Tatiya Rakara Vipula verse or Tatiya Ravipula verse, right? That is, those are some examples for Ravipula verses. Ravipula verses. So here in this, Bhante also has given some examples from Namarupa Paricheda. Namarupa Paricheda. So tato viraganupassi nibbinditva virajayang tatha nirodhanupassi bhumi dhamme nirodhayang. So in the first and third lines, there is ragana. So this is rakara vipula verse. So in other words, pingala rakara vipula verse, right? Examples for pingala rakara, because in outlines there are ragana, but in even lines there are jagan. So that is raja. So this is a pingala rakara vipula verse. So this verse also you can study by yourself. Then we have nakara vipula. Nonnavache na vipula. Nonnavache na vipula. If after fourth syllable there is nagana, that is na vipula. No annava che na vipula. Annava means samudra, right? Ocean. After ocean, that means after four syllables, if there is a nagana, then that is called as na vipula or nakara vipula verse. Nakara vipula verse. So yeah. So if we check here, no is the first syllable. Non is the first syllable. Na va che is the first group, and then na vi pu. You see, na vi pu. It is a nagana. So after four syllables, there is a nagana. It's called as navipula verse. So as in bhavipula and ravipula, if there are na groups in first and third lines, that verse is called as pingala navipula verse. And if there are naganas in all four lines, that is called as
Setawana vipula.
yes, setava navipula verse. If there is a nagana in only in first line, what we call it?
Pathamana vipula.
Yes, patama navipula verse. Very good. Then like that, if there is a nagana in second group, that is dutiya navipula, tatiya navipula, chatutta navipula, and if there are naganas in second and fourth lines, we call it ubhaya navipula verse. So examples they are from Namarupa Paricheda for navipula. This is an example for patama navipula verse from Theri Gatha Pali. Theri Gatha Pali. So directly in Pali canon we can see this verse. Sakuntiko vasakuning yatha bandhi tu michati ahari me na rupe na mang twang ba da yissasi. Sakuntiko vasakuning yatha bandhitu michati aharimena rupena namang twang bada yissasi. So in this verse, there is an important point here in this set of groups. Kuntiko is garu lahu garu ragan, no problem. Tha bandhi garu lahu, no problem. Hari me, what is this group?
Harime.
Yes.
It should be sagana.
It should be sagana. Yes, it is sagana. So as we learned, there is a condition that in the first group, so first set of groups, there should not be sagana and nagana, right? Snadimha nattakaresu padesu snadimha yonnava vattang. Sna, sagana and nagana, na. Sagana and nagana should not be there. Sagana and nagana should not be there. But here in the Pali canon, we can see there is a verse with sagana after first syllable. Adimha after first syllable, there is a sagana. So what we can observe is that in some cases, rarely there can be sagana and nagana after the first syllable. In Pali canon, you can find such examples. But when we compose a verse, we should try to avoid sagana and nagana after first syllable. But obviously, there are examples in Pali canon for Sagana and Nagana. Even Nagana is there in some places. So there you will find more examples while studying Pali Canon, other Pali literature. But when you compose a verse, you have to try to avoid Sagana and Nagana, because it is against the prosody rules. It is against the prosody rules. Then Mang Twang Ba is Magana. Then let's move to the second set of groups. Vasaku. Vasaku is a
Nagana.
Nagana. Yes, Vasaku is a Nagana. Then Tumicha is Jagana. Na Rupe is Yagana. The Yissa is again Jagana. So the structure is Naja Yaja, Nagana, Jagana, Yagana, Jagana. In the first line, there is a Nagana. So we call it Patama Navipula or Patama Nakaripula verse. So here is
Hi,
an
Bhante.
example. Yes.
So if we see that verse, then we still classify it as the Patama Nawipula, Bhante.
Why? What is the
So we
problem?
still
Because
classify that, yes, because that's not according to the rule.
this is not according to the rule, but still, yes, still we consider it as Patama Nagana. This is considered as a Vatta verse, but one condition is broken. One rule is broken of the Vatta verse.
Yeah.
But still, this is considered as a Vatta verse.
So I guess the other question is, why didn't the author of that rule, change that group to make it not Sagana and Nagana? So make like one of, we see that a lot, right? We can change that word. For example, instead of saying harime, she can say something like harime, or change that group. Why didn't that happen?
Because this is in Theri Gatha. This is a verse uttered by a Theri, right?
Yes.
Bhikkhuni. So
I mean, right? We see a lot of verses. It's not according to the grammar, but because we know that the rules of the verse will take prominence, right? It take precedence over the rules of grammar. So why didn't that theory change that to make it according to the rules of the verse?
why didn't she compose it like that? Because there are other places also. There are other examples also where verse is very close to a verse which is in prosody, but there is a very little difference. So maybe at that time they just focused on the meaning which should be conveyed. So a little breaking of the prosody, maybe they did not consider that much about little break of prosody.
Yes, but then that goes back to the first question. Then, because we know that if we find any verse that are not according to the rules, then we just name it Gatha. Why are we naming this the Patama Nawipula? Right?
Yes, that is a good question. Because you will see in another example is there nearby. I will show you that. So whenever we can name a verse by a name in Vuttodaya, we try to name it like considering some, like sometimes there are verses with 9 syllables which have all other conditions of Vatta verses. All other conditions can be observed. All other rules are adhered, but maybe in one line there are 9 syllables. Then what we do is, even in the Buddha's verses, what we do is we consider 2 syllables, 2 light syllables as one heavy syllable, and then name it a Vatta verse. So this is done normally when we study prosody. Whenever we can consider it as a whenever we can name a verse by a name given in Pali prosody, we name it by considering some things as by not considering some mild things. Maybe that is the reason.
So can we say that it's like a common practice, something? Because,
Yes,
right,
it is.
yes,
It
it's
is
a common
practice.
practice. But I mean, strictly speaking, then it should not be, right, something.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We strictly take the rules, take the rules shown in Uttodaya to consideration, then even this verse cannot be considered as a Bhakta verse.
Right.
Because because the condition or the rule is broken.
Good, thank you, Bhante.
Okay. Okay, then that is for Patama Nakaripula. Then this is for Tatiya Nakaripula. Namattu Jana Santana Tama Santana Bhedino Dham Mujjalanta Ruchi no Dhammujjalanta Ruchi no Nindo da Rochi no. Where is this verse? From where is this verse? Have you seen this verse?
Oh, it's something like I saw somewhere, but I cannot memorize it. It looks very familiar.
This is the first verse of Uttodaya, right? This is the first verse of Uttodaya. Ratanatte Panam verse, right? Namattu Jana Santana Tama Santana Bhedino Dhammujjalanta Ruchino Munindo Data Ruchino. First verse of Uttodaya. So in the first set of groups, Mattuja, it is a Tagana, Santa, it is a Yagana, Mujjalan, it is a Ragana, Nindo da is a Magana. So no Sagana or Nagana is there. In the second set of groups, Nasanta, what is the group? Yagana, right? Yagana. Na Bhedi Jagana. Then Teruchi, what is the group?
It's a Nagana.
It is a Nagana. It is a Nagana. Teruchi is
Jagana.
Jagana. Yes, it is a Jagana. So you can see in this verse, Yagana, Jagana, Nagana, Jagana. In the third line, there is a Nagana. So this is also named as Tapiya Nakara Vipula verse. Tapiya Nakara Vipula verse. So that is about Nakara Vipula. Nakara Vipula. So so it is easier to just finish these verses here. So yeah, only one is remaining. That is Takara Vipula. There is no example for Takara Vipula. So this is studied by users. These examples given by Madhya. Tavipula. Tonnava Tatahanyasya. Tonnava Tatahanyasya. In the same way, if after the fourth syllable there is Tagana, that will be another variation. To Annava Tata Anyasya. Annava after four syllables, if there is Tagana, to Tata, like the previous verses, Anya Siya, it would be another variation, which is Ta Vipula or Takara Vipula. So to is the first syllable, ton is the first syllable, na vata is Jagana, Thanyasi. Than is one syllable, nya is another syllable, si is another syllable, garu lahu is tagana. So you can see in the first line there is a tagana. So that is
Hi, Bhante.
Yes.
Maybe I have a question about the translation of the Venerable Ananda Jyoti. So for example, in here it's Tonawa. So we know that the Anawa means four oceans, right? It means
Yes.
4 oceans. So that is the ablative case. So should we translate it after 4 syllables? Instead, but in here, he translated after the 4th syllable. So why did he
Yes.
translate it that way? Bante? Can we understand the Anawa as the ordinal number?
It can be taken in both ways, right? This can be considered as 4. What is the difference? I don't know how to explain the difference. However, like 4, by saying 4, we can refer to 1, 2, 3, 4, both syllables. Sorry, all syllables, and also by saying 4, we can refer to the 4th syllable, right?
Yeah, but I mean, look, let's see, for example, in the Ravipula, right? The verse
Yes.
of the Ravipula is Ewa Manyaro Chatutta. So in the it's Chatutta, so that is the ordinal number. So in that
Yes.
case, we have to translate after the 4th syllable, right?
Yes.
So that's clear. But because that we learned earlier, Bante, that the like a word Anawa refers to 4 oceans, the oceans that have 4. So it should be 4 of them, right?
Yes.
It's the cardinal number, it's not the ordinal number, right?
Can that be considered as ordinal number?
That's
There
what
are
I
4 oceans, and then because of that, by the word ocean, we convey the number 4. Then that can also be ordinal number, right?
so that's how we should understand, Bande.
I think both ways are correct, because there is not a very difference when we consider the meaning, right?
No, yeah, of
I
course,
mean,
of course, yeah.
mathematically there is a difference,
Right,
but
yeah. No, I'm just talking about the grammar. So I mean, so which means when we see that we can take it either ordinal number or cardinal number, right, Bante?
yes, I think both ways are correct.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Bante.
Okay. So there is one example given here by Bande Anand Jyoti. It is Pingalata Vipula by from Namarupa Paricheda. Appamana Panita cha Dhamma Lokuttara Mata Sankilit Sanklesika Dwadasa Kusala Tatha. So here up is the first syllable. Pamana, then that is the first group. Panita is sorry, this line is normal patya. Panita is yagana, right? Yagana. Panita cha is the padanta karma. In the second line, dham is the first syllable. Ma lo kut is the first group. Then the rama is jagana. So yagana and jagana, it is the normal patya line. In the third line, sang is the first syllable. Kilit sang klesi. You see, sang is garu, sank is garu, or sang is garu, clay is garu, si is lahu. Garu lahu, it is tagana. So in the place of yagana, there is a tagana. In the fourth line, dwa dasaku is the first group, salata is jagana. So it is yagana, jagana, tagana, jagana. This is a Tatiya Takaripula verse. Please study this also by yourself. It is a Tavipula verse. So there are 4 variations shown in Buttodaya itself. They are Bhavipula, Ravipula, Navipula, and Thavipula, right? What about the other 4 groups? Can there be Vipula verses from other groups? That means Makara Vipula or Yakara Vipula, then Jakara Vipula, and another one is Sakara Vipula. Magana, Jagana, Sagana, Yagana. Those 4 groups were not taken here, right? Not taken. But even they are not taken directly in Uttodaya, there can be other variations also. First one is Mavipula, which is not shown, which is omitted in Uttodaya. Mavipula. If there is Magana, as explained, as shown in the above verses, if there is Magana in the place of in any line after 4 syllables, if there is Magana, we call it Mavipula, right? So there can be Pingala Makaripula and Seto Makaripula, Patam Makaripula, and so on. So there is an example for Namarupa Paricheda and Namarupa Paricheda. And Javipula also there is an example from Namarupa Paricheda. For Savipula also there is an example from Namarupa Paricheda. Namarupa Paricheda. So for Jakarvipula, Sakarvipula, and Makarvipula, examples are there. So those verses are there, but not shown in Uttodaya. They are omitted from Uttodaya. Reason is unknown. So this is a Makarvipula verse. It is a Setava Makarvipula verse. Very strange verse, special verse. Setava Makarvipula. That means in every line after 4 syllables there is a Magana. This is in Vinayalankara Tika. Vinayalankara Tika. Sasanang pagganhantanang rajonang sahayo asang sasanang nigganhantanang varetung samatho asang. So that is from Vinayalankara Tika. This is the first syllable, and sa nang pag is the first group. Su nang sa is the first group. Sa nang nig is the first group. Re tung sa is the first group. The second group, gan hanta. What is the group?
Magana.
Yes, it is Magana, right? 3 garu, 3 heavy syllables are there. Ha yo as is also Magana.
Magana.
Yes, it is Magana. Gan hanta is again Magana. Matho asti is again Magana. So in all 4 lines there are Maganas. So this is Setava Makarvipula verse. Setava Makarvipula. This is a good example for Makarvipula. For Sakarvipula, there is an example from Theri Gatha Pali. Bante has given example from Namarupa Paricheda, but I searched examples from Pali Canon. So in a Myanmar book, this verse was there. In Theri Gatha, Durangama Satimanto Mantabhani Anuddhata Dukkhasantam Pajananti Tena Me Samana Piya Du Man Duk Te. Those are the first syllables. Rangama. Rangama is the first group. Ha ni first group. Kasantang first group. Mesa is first group. Then Sati Man. What is the group?
Miss Sagana.
Yes, it is Sagana. It is Sagana. So in the first line, there is a Sagana. In the second line, Anuddha is Jagana, Pajanan is Yagana, Manapi is again Jagana. So this is Sagana, Sagana, Yagana, Sagana, Jagana, Sagana, Jagana, Yagana, Jagana, Saja, Yaja. This is Patama.
Pandit Anu. Oh, yes, that is Jagana. Sorry, that is
Jagana, right? So this is Patama Sakarvipula verse. Patama Sakarvipula verse. So this is also not directly seen in Uttodaya, but there are examples. Then Jakaravipula. For Jakaravipula, Kanti cha sova chassata samananancha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacha etang mangala muttamang. Where is this verse?
Mahamangala Sutta.
Yes, it is in Mahamangala Sutta. Mahamangala Sutta. Kanti cha sova chassata. So these are the first syllables. Ti cha so is the first group. Mana nan first group. Le na dham first group. And then tang manga first group. Here tha is the antagaru, nang is the antagaru, cha is the antagaru, mang is the antagaru. Vachas. Vachas. What is the group?
Jagana.
Jagana, right? It is Jagana. Das also Jagana. Masakach is Jagana. Lamutta is Jagana. So it is Jagana, 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 Jagana. In the place of Yagana, there is a Jagana, right? So this is Jakara Vipula verse. Patama Jakara Vipula verse. So those are, this is all. So what about Yakara Vipula? Yakara Vipula. There cannot be Yakara Vipula verses. Vipula verses are only 7. No Yakara Vipula verses. The reason is that the basic structure, as I mentioned here, the basic structure is Yaja Yaja, right? The basic structure is Yaja Yaja. Then assume that somewhere Yaja Yaja is the basic structure. So let's assume Yagana is there in the first line. So it's still no difference. It is still Yagana, right? It is still Patyavata. Let's assume there is a let's assume there is a Yagana in second line. No, let's first finish it. Let's in the first line or third line, if there is Yagana, then that is still Patyavata verse. That is not a variation. That is Patyavata verse itself. And if there is so there cannot be Pingala Yakara Vipula verse, right? There cannot be Pingala Yakara Vipula verse. So if there is Yagana in all four lines, that is, what is that verse?
That's just a Vatta.
Yeah, it is just Vatta verse. So there cannot be Setava Yakara Vipula verse also. There cannot be Setava Yakara Vipula verse. And then so this is a this is a like this reason is enough to not have a Yakara Vipula verse in Uttodaya or anywhere. But we can think some more. If there is Yagana in the second line, then that will be Ya Ya Ja, right? It is Yagana Jagan. So now this can be called as Dutiya Yakara Vipula, it seems. It can be called as Dutiya Yakara Vipula. And if there is Yagana in the fourth line, in the place of Jagana, that can be called as Chatutha Yakara Vipula. Yaja Yaya Chatutha Yakara. So Dutiya and Chatutha Yakara Vipula versus, yes.
And then that's okay, I see. Ja. Okay, I see. Okay, sorry, Pandit.
Sorry,
So that,
Pandit.
yes.
If in the verse we have the Jagana, Jagana, Yagana, and Jagana, we call the Patma Jagana, or we call the Patyavata.
And we call it Patyavata verse. I mean, there is not a verse called as Patama Yakara Vipula because it is already named as Patyavata, right? It is already named as Patyavata.
We also can call the Tatiya Yagana, right?
We do not need to call like that, right? Because the Patyavata verse is the basic structure. So depending on this structure, depending on this Patyavata, other verses are made. If there is a, so this is a Patyavati structure. If there is a Bhagana here, then we can call it Bakara Vipula. But when it is Yagana, we don't have to name it Yakara Vipula. It is still Patyavata. It is in the original form, right? Isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But when if there is Yagana in second line or fourth line, then we can name it Yakara, Dutiya Yakara Vipula. I haven't seen this anywhere. I just came to my mind when I was thinking about this. I haven't seen. In the books, it is said that there cannot be Yakara Vipula verse, because if there is Yakara Vipula verse, then it will be same as Vatta verse and Patyavata verse. That is the only reason given. But it seems to me that there can be Yakara Vipula verses like Dutiya Yakara Vipula and Tatiya Yakara Vipula verses. There can be such verses. So that is the reason for not having yakara vipula verses. All other vipula verses are there, right? All other vipula verses are there. So, yeah. So another thing is the other talk here, which is not mentioned in Utto, that is Sankina Vipula. Sankina Vipula is assumed that they are in two lines of a verse. There are two Vipula variations. Let's say in the first line there is Nakara, first line there is Nagana, and third line there is Bhagana. Yes, let's say. Then what happens? Is there any name for that? Let's say here there is Nagana, then we can name it Nakara Vipula, right? We can name this Nakara Vipula. But what will happen if there is Bhagana here? Now it is not Nakara Vipula. It is not even Bhagara Vipula. So in these cases, there is a name that is Sankina Vipula, mixed Vipula, right? Sankina Vipula is mixed Vipula. Sankina is mixed Vipula, mixed variation. So Siddhakanda Attakatha, there is example. First I will go to this. Netang assa patirupang akin chanyahi patthaye yo jata rupang rajatang chaddetva punaragame. So let's just check the third, like second group, because there is no time. Patiru is the group. What is that group? Patiru is Sagana, right? Sagana. Patiru is Sagana. Hi patha is Jagana. That should be a Jagana. And Pang Raja is a Bhagana. Na Raga is a Jagana. So you can see it is Sagana, Jagana, Bhagana, Jagana, right? Sagana, Jagana, Bhagana, Jagana. So you can't name this Sa Vipula or Bhavipula, because in the first line it is Sa Vipula, but in the third line it is Bhavipula. So Vipula verses are mixed here. Two Vipula verses are mixed. So we call it Sankina Vipula, Sankina Vipula. So another verse from Siddhakanda Attakatha, surely in other commentaries also this verse can be there. Subhasitang sulapitang sadhu sadhu titadino anumodamana sirasa sampatichinsu bhikkavo. Subhasitang sulapitang. So in this verse, first four syllables are subhasitang, then sulapitang. Sulapi is the group. Sadhu sadhu titadi is the group. Oh, sorry. Titadi. No. No. Moda ma. I will come to it again. Nasira is the group. Sang patich ching su bhikkavo. So here, just focus here on here. So Lapi is Nagana, Titadi is Jagana, Nasira is Bhagana, so Bhikka is Jagana. So it is Nagana, Jagana, Bhagana, Jagana. You see, in the first line it is Nagana, but in the third line it is Bhagana. So this cannot be named as Nakara Vipula or Bhakara Vipula. This can be named as Sankina Vipula. Sankina Vipula. Here there is a problem. In other three lines, four syllables are there, but here there are 5 syllables. No, mo, the, ma, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? After 5 syllables, there is a Bhagana. So in this place, what we traditionally do is we consider, that is what I mentioned earlier, we consider these 2 letters as one heavy syllable, anu as one heavy syllable. Right? That is what done traditionally. So there are some other places also to do this. I will explain them in the next discussion next week. But just you have to take note that such places are there when we consider 2 lahu syllables, 2 light syllables as one heavy syllable. One heavy syllable. So I mentioned about verse from Vatta verse. So you will be you will be amazed by seeing this example. This is in Buddhoti Kittayantassa. Buddhoti Kittayantassa Kaye Bhavati Yapiti Yapiti Varameva Hi Sapiti Kasinena Kasinena Ti Jambudipas. So in this verse, Buddhoti Kittayantas. Yantas, what is the group?
That's the Yagana.
Yagana.
Yes, it is Yagana. It is Yagana. In the second line also, it is
Yagana.
Yagana. In the second line also Yagana. So you can observe that in all 4 lines there are Yaganas. So Yantas is Yagana, Ti Ya Pi is Yagana, Hi Sa Pi is Yagana, Buddhi Pas is Yagana. So this is considered as a Vatta verse. This is the only example I have seen for Vatta verses, right? Because in all 4 lines there are Yaganas, but there is a problem. That is, Bud is the first syllable. Dhoti Kit is okay. It is a Ragana, so that is correct. Ka is the first syllable. Ye Bhava, it is also okay. It is Bhagana. Va is the first syllable. Meva, it is also okay. It is Jagana. But here, Ka, Si, Ne, Na, Pi, Jam, there are 6 syllables. Right?
And,
There are,
and
yes.
also here should be Kasini Nabi. It's long
Kasine
one.
Napi. Yeah, sorry. It is long. Kasine Napi. Oh. Kasine Napi, yes. Kasine Napi. So here is the problem. Kasine Napi Jam. There are 6 syllables. So Napi Jam can be considered as the first group, right? It is okay. It is Ragana. Napi Jam is Ragana. What I wrote is wrong because Napi Jam, then it will become Sagana, which cannot be there. Napi Jam is Magana. It is okay. Kasine, you see, in the place of the first syllable, there are 3 syllables. Kasine. So traditionally, we consider them as one heavy syllable just to name this as Vatta. Because all other Vatta conditions are there, all other lines are in accordance with the Vatta rules, right? But only this place is different. Only this place is different. So this 3 syllables are there without any reason. This is not a influence of Sanskrit. There are some places which have influence from Sanskrit. That those places I will explain next week. But this is not because any influence of Sanskrit. This is just considering as one syllable to name this verse as Vatta, right? So that is what has happened here also. Anu. So
Yeah,
that is something.
that is too much, Bhante.
That is too much. So
Yeah, I mean,
that is too
I
much.
can see the in the anumodana, anumodama. I can accept that because and when we see the pronunciation, like I think in the Myanmar monks, they're not going to pronounce anu, but they just say anu. So we can say that it's just basically just one syllable, anu. Right? So for example, Abhidhamma, they're not going to say Abhidhamma, they said Bidhamma. So it's basically they skip the R at the beginning. So that's acceptable. But I mean, here is Kasine is like the 4 word. That's too much.
Yes, this is very strange. That is why I did not show this example under Vatta verses. I told you there is a verse, but there is a confusion with that verse. So this is it. So yeah, this is how traditionally it is explained. Like this is just to name this verse because all other conditions are there. Just to name this verse, we do that. So This does not happen everywhere, only in cases like this. This happens rarely. Okay, then that is it. Do you have any questions? No questions? Okay, then we have the last verse of the fifth chapter. That is yeah. So here you can see we finished all the Visamutta Paricheda. There are this is the Vatta verse, and then Patyavatta verse, then Viparita Patyavatta verse, Chapalavatta verse, then Pingala Vipula verse, Seta Vipula verse, then Bakara Vipula, Rakara Vipula, Nakara Vipula, and Takara Vipula verse. This is the last verse, Vatta Pabhedo. So the finished is the Vatta section. Vatta section is finished. But in that chapter there is another verse. Nadissate tayan chandang payoge dissate yadi visamakkarapadam tangatha samanya namatu. So we are going to learn about that verse.
Sorry, Bante.
Yes.
In the book, we have the na vipula, ba vipula, ja vipula, sha vipula, ra vipula, and ta vipula, but we didn't see the mention the ma vipula in the verse.
Yes. There was not ma vipula in Vutto there, right?
Yes, in Vutto.
Yes, there is no ma vipula, but there are examples as we just discussed about. There are many examples. So ma vipula verse is there, but it is not shown in Buttode, right? It is not shown in Buttode, but in other places ma vipula verse is there. Not only ma vipula, actually sa vipula also.
In another book we have, right?
Yes, in other books we have.
Yes.
Okay. So here it is Atra Nuktang Gatha. In Chanda Shastra it is named as Atra Nuktang Gatha. That means Atra Anuktang Gatha. Atra here Anuktang. The verses which are not mentioned here are called as Gatha, right? It is like a Paribhasa Sutra. Nadissate yan chandam payoge dissate yadi visamakkarapadantang gatha samanya namato. If there is a meter that is not seen here, but is seen in practice, which has lines with syllables that are dissimilar, that is generally named as gatha. This is the verse I explained you earlier also. If there is a meter that is not seen in Vutto there can be other forms of verses, but you will not find them in Vutto Pali prosody. But you will see them in practice. That means you will see them in Pali canon or commentaries. So those verses may have lines with syllables that are dissimilar. That means in one line there will be 8 syllables, and in another line there will be 10 syllables, maybe in another line there will be 15 syllables. So those verses should be just named as Gatha. They should be called in the general name Gatha, right? So that is it. Now dissati etta in this Vutto there, yang chandang, which prosody, yang chandang, which meter is not seen, not seen. Payoge dissate adi, but if it is seen in payoga means Pali canon and other like you just can say practice, but in grammar we use the word payoga for examples also, right?
So I think the payoga also has many meanings, right?
Yes, it has many meanings. It has many meanings. In grammar we call payoga for examples. Sutta is called as yoga, and then vutti is there, and payoga is for examples. In Myanmar we call tyayo, right? Tyayo, payoga.
Also I think it has another meaning, like in the conjunction place. Right, Takraya? Payogi.
Ayogi?
Yes, I remember it has that meaning too.
Yeah, in the
Conjunct.
conjunct place, something like that.
Yeah, it is like Sangyoga, right? It is similar to Sangyoga. Maybe.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So here also we can take the meaning as example or practice, or especially Pali Canon and other places like that, which should be respected. So those verses, Visama Akkarapadang, those verses may have Visama Akkarapadang, Visama not similar, dissimilar Akkarapadang, dissimilar letters, lines with dissimilar letters. Tang, that verse should be named as Gatha, Samanya Namato, Samanya Nam, general name. It should be named as named in the general name Gatha. So that is it. There is an example for. There are many examples, but I took some. I took an example from Therigatha Pali. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that is it. Therigatha Pali. That is it. Ahum pubbe ganino assamana sammana manino Gamena gamang vicharim nagare rajadhaniyo. This is also Therigatha. Let's check for the lines. Ahum Ahum pub be ganino. 8 syllables are there in the first line. In the first line there are 8 syllables, and in the second line asamana samana mani no, there are 10 syllables in the second line. Then in the third line gamena gamang vicharim, there are 9 syllables in the second line. In the fourth line nagare rajadhaniyo, again there are 8 syllables in the fourth line. So if all these lines, right, you see there are 8 syllables in the first line, 10 in the second, 9 in the third, then 8 again in the fourth. So this is just called as Gatha because there is no name to give for this. But if all these lines are seen in Uttodaya, if all these lines are seen in Uttodaya, we still can name this Upajati. We still can name this Upajati if all these lines are seen here and there in Uttodaya. In 8 syllable verses, there is the first line. In 10 syllable verses, there is the second line. In 9 syllable verses, there is the third line. Then we can call this Upajati because those 4 lines are mixed, right? But if we cannot find these lines in Uttodaya itself, now we have to name this Gatha generally, right? That is it. Are there any questions? No questions. Then that is the end of Pancham Parichet Uttodaya Chandasi. Visamma Vutta Niddeso Nama Panchamo Parichedo Visamma Vutta ends here. Then we are moving to the last chapter today itself. Last chapter. Okay. So here is the last chapter. Chappaccha Vibhaga Chatta Paricheda, 6th chapter, right? 6th or last chapter. We have so far finished 5 chapters, and this is the last chapter. Chappaccha Vibhaga Chatta Paricheda. So there are 6 procedures mentioned here. Chappaccha, Patharanaya, Nattanaya, Uddittanaya, Sabba Galakriyanaya, and then Vutta Sankhyanaya, Vutta Adhanaya. So there are only 6 verses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 verses are there for 6 procedures. That is the 6th chapter. And then Nigamana is there. Nigamana is the ending of the book. So let's move to the 6th chapter. Right. Chappaccha Vibhaga, the analysis of 6 procedures. So this is, there is nothing to do with composing verses. In this chapter, we don't learn to compose verses. We don't learn any names of verses. We learn some procedures related to the verses, right? So the first one, Pachaya. Pachaya is here translated as procedure. So cha is 6, right? So 6 procedures. Vibhaga is analysis. Making a table is the first procedure, first naya, first technique. So this is called as Pathara Naya. Pathara is table in Pali. So Pathara Naya, making a table, the technique which teach us to make a table, making a table. Pathare sabbage pade pubbagadhol pare sama pubbe garutveva mime kathabba yava sabbalo. The verse is somewhat difficult to understand. Let's read the meaning. In tabulation, that means in making a table, in the line that has all heavy syllables, under the first heavy syllable, write a light syllable. After that light syllable, write the same as in the line above. But before this, write heavy syllables. This should be done until there is a light line with all light syllables. So this is the meaning. Pathare, in the table, pathare is the main Pali word for table. Pasthara, pathara. Sabbage pade, sabbage pade. Sabbage is sabbagaru, right? Pada. In sabbagaru, pada, the sabbagaru line, in the line which has all syllables. Pubbaga do, pubbaga adho, adho, under the first heavy syllable. Under the first heavy syllable, la means lahu should be written. Lahu should be written. Then pare should be separated as la apare, apare. Other syllables are sama, same. This is difficult to understand, but when we study an example, you will understand this. Pubbe garu, then before that lahu, pubbe, before that lahu, garu should be written. Evang, like this. Ime, these procedures, these methods. Hattabba, yava, sabbalo. These procedures should be done until there is a line with sabbalahu, until there is a line with all light syllables. So still this is difficult to understand. Let's go to the example. So you need to make a table like this. This is the table we are going to make, right? This is the table we are going to make. So this is the table for four syllable verses. 4 syllable verses. So 4 syllable verses are not there in Uttodaya. The name is Patittha. Utta, Achyutta, Majjha, Patittha. Utta is 1 syllable verses, Achyutta 2 syllable verses, Majjha is 3 syllable verses, and Patittha, we call Patittha 4 syllable verses. A verse in which every line have 4 syllables, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we call it 4 syllables. So we take that 4 syllable verse as the example, because otherwise this table will be very, very weak, right? If we take 10 syllable verses or 12 syllable verses, then we will have to make a very big table for that. So we take 4 syllable verse for example, just to show an example, right? So this is the pathara, this is the table, right? This is the table. So table is showing all the possibilities a verse or a class can have. A class can have. That means we call, maybe you can remember, there are class names or generic names, right? Panti, Titubha, Jagati, Atijagati, right? Can you remember those names? Those are not verse names, but generic names. All the verses, all the 10 syllable verses, there are many, there are several names for 10 syllable verses, but all together we call them Panti. Panti is the generic name. It is the class name. So in that Panti class, how many possibilities can be there? In Vuttodaya, some possibilities were shown there, but are they all? Cannot be any more possibilities. So to show all the possibilities there are in a specific group, specific class, we have to draw, not we have to, we can draw such a table. We can draw such a table. So here, this table shows all the possibilities that can be there in four syllable verses, right? So in a four-syllable line, a four-syllable line can be like this, all light syllables. And another line can be like this, light, heavy. Sorry. This is yeah. I will. In our tradition, this is like in our Pali tradition, we consider this symbol as lahu, right? Light. So this is all light syllable verse, and then let's say garu and three lahu three syllables. So this is another line. This is another line. This can be another line. So at the end, you can see another line. So all these possibilities can be there in every and each line of four syllable verses, right? Four syllable verses. So showing them as such a table is called as Patharanaya. So how to make this table? How to draw this table? What is the method of drawing this table? Because before drawing the table, you do not know how many possibilities are there. There can be 16 possibilities, but when you start to draw, you do not know that there are only 16 possibilities. So how can you draw this table correctly? That is the procedure. So that procedure is called as Patharanaya, which is shown by this verse. So what you have to do is, first step is, so here write a line with only heavy syllables in it. Write a line with only heavy syllables in it. We may take a Patittha line having 4 syllables as an example. So now we are going to have 4 syllables, Patittha line having 4 syllables as an example, right? So first you have to write a complete heavy syllable line. Write a heavy syllable, write a line with only heavy syllables. That is the first. That is the first thing you have to do, right? So now we are in Patittha line, so there can be only 4 syllables, right? In Patittha there are 4 syllables. So what you have to do is you have to write 4 heavy syllables down. Heavy, right? So here it is shown, but this is not in our tradition. This is the European style. So let's consider for now as this, for now this is heavy, right? Heavy. So write down that line, heavy. After that, what you have to do is, first step, now is the first step. Write a light syllable under the first heavy syllable in the line. So this is it. Write a light syllable under the first heavy syllable. So this is the first heavy syllable. Under the first heavy syllable, write down a light syllable. When starting the first syllable is always a heavy syllable, but as we will see, it occurs in other positions so that we will learn later. So this is the first line having all 4 heavy syllables. Under this first heavy syllable, you have to write down 1 light syllable, right? That is Pathare Sabbage Pade, Sabbagaru Pada is there. Pubbaga Dho, under the Pubbagaru, under the first Garu, Lahu should be written. Right? That is the first thing you have to do. After that, second step. After that light syllable, write the same syllables as in the line above. After writing that light syllable, then the other should be written as same as you can see in the above. So in above line, you can see garu. You should write garu. It should be right as same as the above line. That is apare sama, right? Apare sama. Others are similar. Apare sama. That is the second step. Third step is, before this light syllable, write heavy syllables. Pubbe garu is the third step. That means before the light syllable. So this is the light syllable, right? This is the light syllable. So before this light syllable, you have to write heavy syllables in front. If there is a place to write heavy syllable, but in this line, we do not have any place to write heavy syllables in front because there is no place, right? So we neglect that step here, but in the upcoming examples, we will have such places. In the next steps, we will have to use this step. But this step is not used here because we do not have any place to write heavy syllables in front of this light syllable. And then this should be, fourth step is, this should be done until there is a line where all are light syllables. So this procedure, these steps should be done again and again until you find a line with all light syllables, right? That is it. So this is the line we get by following those steps, right? Light, heavy, heavy, heavy. Now, again, we have to apply those steps. What is the first step? Write a light syllable under the first heavy syllable, right? So in this line, now what is the first heavy syllable? This is a light syllable. First heavy syllable is this. But in the previous line, first heavy syllable was this, right? First heavy syllable was this. But here, first heavy syllable is second syllable because the first one is light now. So under this heavy syllable, you have to write light. Light, right? Then the second step is, after that light syllable, the same procedure is going, same procedure is repeating, right? Same procedure. After that light syllable, write the same syllables as the above line. So this is light, and then this others should be written as same as above. You see, other garu garu. So here also we write garu garu. Third step is, before this light syllable, write a heavy syllable. So before this light syllable, no matter there is light or heavy above, you have to write heavy syllable, right? Then this should be done until there is a line where all are light syllables. That is the fourth step. That means you have to repeat this procedure, right? That is it. Then again, so did we find the line with all light syllables so far? Not yet, right? We did not still find a line with all light syllables. So we have to again apply all those steps. You see? Now, so far we have 3 lines. We have found 3 lines. So now again, let's apply the steps. After the first garu heavy syllable, write down the light syllable, and then apare sama, others should be same as above, right? You see, others are written as same as above. Here, light garu garu are there, so we write light garu garu, light heavy heavy, right? Yeah. Then the next step, before this light syllable, write heavy syllables. Before that light syllable, we have write heavy syllables, but there is no place to write heavy syllables. Because of that, we have to ignore the third step, right? Here, the light syllable stands at the beginning of the line. You see, at the beginning of the line. So we cannot write any heavy syllables before it. We cannot write any heavy syllables before it because it is at the beginning of the line. So we ignore the third step. The fourth step is, this should be done until there is a line where all are light syllables. So we did not find a line, we did not still find a line with all light syllables. So we have to apply those steps again, right? So now for the fifth time, you have for the fourth time, we apply those steps. First, under the first heavy syllable, you have to write a light syllable. So now what is the first heavy syllable? Light, light, heavy. This is the first heavy syllable, right? So under this, you write light. Then second step is apare sama, above. Others should be as same as above. So this is heavy, we write it heavy, right? Then the third step is, before this light syllable, we have to write heavy syllables, no matter what is there above. So you see, we write 2 heavy syllables before the light syllable. And then we have to repeat this, that is the fourth step. So Here you can see still there is no light, no all light syllable line. So we have to repeat this again and again until we find all light syllable line. So this is the all light syllable line. Then we have to stop applying the steps. And this is the end of the table. Right? This is the end of the table. So this table says that, this table shows that there are 16 possible permutations. There are 16 possibilities in Patittha meter, that means 4 syllable meters, right? So that is the end of Patharanaya. So you can apply any class of meters. Just say you want to find how many possibilities are there in 10 syllable verses. Then what you have to do is first write down 10 heavy syllables. 10 heavy syllables, right? 10 heavy syllables. If you want to find all the possibilities, if you want to, not if you want to find all the possibilities, but if you want to write down the table of 16 syllable verses, you first have to write 16 heavy syllables, right? Then the first step is under the first heavy syllable, write light, right? That is the first step. Second step is after that light syllable, all other syllables should be written as same as above. Then the third step is the previous syllable should always be heavy. Fourth step is repeat this procedure until you find all light syllable line. So then you will have the table of 16 line meters. Is that clear for you? Are there any questions?
Yeah, that is very amazing, Bhante. So I mean, we can start a branch called the Doing Mathematics in Pali, Bhante.
Yes, yes. Okay, for others, is this clear? This is easy, but the verse seems to be confusing. But just refer to these examples, then it will be clear for you.
So but then that means we have to write the verse according to this type of style, or no need. No, we just follow the Gatha rules. Enough.
Yes, of course. We don't have to write verses.
So why we have to do like this?
Because all these possibilities there, like in Samavutta, let's say in 7 syllable verses, or in in 7 syllable, or let's say in 6 syllable verses. In 6 syllable verses, only one verse was shown there, right? Only one verse was there in Utto there. But that is not the only possibility. In other possibilities also, there can be 6 syllable verses, but they are not shown in Utto there. We are not going to compose verses according to these all possibilities. We are just composing according to Utto there. But in Sanskrit, maybe there are some other possibilities taken to the prosody. But still, there can be possibilities which are not taken to the prosody because they are not found in literature. Maybe I'm talking about Sanskrit, because in Pali prosody only one verse is there for 6 syllable verses, right? Tyache Tanumajja, that is only one. But in other possibilities also, verses can be written, verses can be there. So we are writing down all those possibilities by this table.
So
right?
this is just like a little bit extra knowledge.
Yeah, of course. This is like an extra.
Yeah,
knowledge.
because when we write a verse, we are not follow those rules. We can just directly mention the name, this Gatha, and,
Yes,
and
of course.
we can write it our own way, right?
Yes. Okay, if it is clear for you, then we are moving to the next one, because we have to finish this. Finding the lost meter. Finding the lost meter. So this is called as Nattanaya. Nattanaya in Pali. Nattanaya, finding the lost meter. So what is finding a lost meter means? Finding a lost meter refers to you have only the number of this table. Like let's say you know number 9. So you want to know the possibility at the 9th place of this table, right? You don't, the table is not given for you. This is just mathematics. The table is not given for you, but you want to know the number. Sorry, you know the number. Like no, that's not the thing. Table is not given for you, but you want to know the possibility at a specific place. Let's say 9th place or 10th place or 11th place. Then, without drawing the whole table, there is a method to find that exact possibility, right? That is called as Nattanaya, finding the lost meter. The meter is lost, meter is not there. The number is given for you, number 9, right? Then you can find what is the possibility at the 9th place. So here there are only 16 possibilities. So this is not it is not difficult to write draw a table. But in some verses there can be 400 possibilities or 4,000 possibilities, maybe 20,000 possibilities. In such places you cannot draw a table, right? You cannot draw a table. So if you want to know if you want to know the 324th possibility of a specific verse, right? How to do that without drawing a table. So that way is shown by this verse, Nattanaya, finding the lost meter. Nattassayo bhaveyanko tasming lodhikate same visame tveka sahite bhaveyadhikate garu. Nattassayo bhaveyanko tasming lodhikate same visame tveka sahite bhaveyadhikate garu. For the lost meter, if the number in the series is even, divide it in half and write a lights level. But if it is odd, put 1 with it, then divide it in half and write a heavy level. So this also seems complex. Actually, this whole chapter is complex, but don't worry, this is not very important. But if you want to say that you learned Buddhodaya completely, that you have to learn this chapter also, right? We did not learn this chapter in our class, our MA class, but if we do not learn this chapter, then you will not be like able to say that you learned Buddhodaya completely. So you are competent in whole Buddhodaya. So this should be learned. That is why I am teaching this. But this is not very important to compose verses. So to be competent in composing verses. So what is said here is this verse explains a quick method to find out the shape of a meter in its serial position in the table. Let's say we want to know what the 9th meter of Patittha. Patittha is what we just drew. What we just drew a table, right? 16 like 4 syllable line meters. 4 syllable line meters are called as Patittha. So in that Patittha, there were 16 possibilities. We saw in the table. Now we want to find the 9th meter of that table. So what we have to do is 9 is an odd number. So because it is an odd number, we have to add 1 to it. Then it becomes 10. It becomes 10. That is shown by here. Visame, if the number is odd, Visama, right? If the number is Visama, if it is odd, Visame 2. This eka sahite is 2 eka sahite. If it is Visama eka sahite, 1 should be together with it. That means 1 should be added to Visama number, right? 1 should be added. If it is odd, then you have to add 1 to that odd number. Then adhikate, adhikate same teka sahite bhaveyya adhikate, bhaveyya adhikate, bhaveyya, it would become adhikata. Adha and kata are combined, right? It becomes adhikata. like in Andhi Bhuto Ayang Loko. E Pacha is added. It is from Moggallana Sutta. So it is Adhikata. Adhikata. Adhikata, yeah. So Adhikata means dividing it in half. Dividing it in half. Adha is half, right? Adha is half. Adhikata is dividing it in half. So you have to divide that number in half, and then you have to write down Garu. You have to write down one heavy syllable. One heavy syllable. That is this line. But what happens when the number is even? When the number is even, Same, if it is even, if the number is even, then you just have to divide it in half. You don't have to add 1 to it. Same, Adhikate, you have to just divide it in half, and you have to write down Lahu. Nattasyo bhaveyanko. Nattasa of a lost verse. Yo anko bhaveya. There can be there is a number. There is a number of a lost verse. Then if that number is even, divide it in half and write down Lahu. Lo. If that number is odd, divide it in half. If that number is odd, add 1 to it and then divide it in half, then write down Garu. So let's see the example. You want to find the 9th possibility, right? 9th possibility. That is this one. This one. You want to find this one, this possibility. What you have to do without drawing the table is 9 is there. It is odd number. Therefore, add 1 to it. It becomes 10, right? 10. Divide it in half. Divide it in half. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5. And write down one heavy syllable. One heavy syllable. Right? One heavy syllable. Then, now the answer you have got is 5, right? 5 is also an odd number. Odd number, Visama. So again, add 1 to it. Answer is 6. Divide it in half. And then write a heavy number again. Why do you write heavy number? Because the basic number was odd, right? Odd. That is why you write a heavy number, heavy syllable. Then answer is 3. You take that answer to here. That is also an odd number. Therefore, add 1 to it. Divide it in half and write again a heavy syllable because the basic number was heavy. Heavy. Now, done. Now 3 syllables are done. You need only 1 syllable, 1 more syllable to know, right? Answer is 2. Take it. It is an even number. Now you do not have to add 1 more syllable to this because it is an even number. Divide it in half. Answer will be 1. Write light syllable. Light syllable. Why did you write light syllable? Answer is the original number is even number, right? When the basic number is even, you have to go through this procedure and write down light syllable. When the basic number is odd, you have to go through the procedure and write down heavy syllable. Now at the end, you will find this possibility Garu, Garu, Lahu. Garu, Lahu. So go and see in the table. You see? Garu, Lahu. That's it. Without drawing the table. By going through this procedure, you can find any line, any possibility in any verse. So that is finding the lost meter. Right. Is that clear for you? Are there any questions?
I just want to have a comment on this.
Okay.
It is very interesting the way how the venerables back there figuring this one out. But it is like the when you study the computer science, right? Then it is one of the very basic This called the discrete mathematics you learn. That is how you
see.
convert from base 10 to base 2. So that is a very simple method. But I mean, when we look at this, when I see this, it is how amazing how they're trying to figure this one out back at the time. Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. So this was originally in Sanskrit. It was in Uttaratnagara also. Actually, in the Chanda Shastra, it was there, but it is very short. You see, the instruction is very short. But in Uttaratnagara, the instruction is as a complete verse, and then it comes to Pali like this. So that is find in the lost meter or Nattana. I understand this is very complex, and for
So
many
like-
of you, this yes.
So this type of way, can we do it for the chapter 2 also?
For the chapter 2, yes, we can do this, but it is different because it is in chapter 2 lines are not the same, right? This is especially for Samavutta meters. Actually, in books in Myanmar book, and Bhante Ananjoti also does not mention anything about that. Myanmar book also, there was not. Oh yeah, I can remember there was explanation. There it can be done, but as I can remember, there is a different method.
So it means this matter is only for the chapter 3, 4, and 5.
We traditionally practice this with chapter 3, 4, and 5. But chapter 2 also can, this can be applied in chapter 2 also. In chapter 2 also. In chapter 4 also, it is Adda Sama, half similar line meters. In chapter, originally this can be applied to chapter 3, Samavutta meters, because let's say in Adda Samavutta, chapter 4, if you apply this rules.
Oh, so Bani, can we do it like in that way? In the Atta Samavutta, so if I apply this way, at first I do the odd line. I will, according to this procedure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. And after that, I will do the even line. The same procedure, but after that, I apply this method. It is possible or not?
First you apply for odd line and then for even line, right?
Yes.
Yes, that can be done. But at the end, in let's say Adda Sama, the odd line and even line cannot be similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have to there is a method like this in Adda Sama. That is in Adda Sama, first and second line cannot be similar, right? In any way they cannot be similar. So what you do is when you draw Pathara, when you draw the table, let's say in half similar line meters, there is a half similar line meter. Let's say there is not such a meter, but let's say in one line there are 2 syllables. Okay, one line there are 2 syllables. Let's say, then you write down 2 lines in one line. That means you write like this heavy, that is one line ends, and again second line also you write here heavy. Okay, now heavy, 4 heavy syllables are there. Now this is not a half similar line meter. This is not a half similar line meter, but this is a similar line meter because first line and second line are same, right? But you just have to draw it as heavy. Then you have to follow the procedure, whole procedure, like this. Then at the end also you will meet all light syllable verse. Then what you do is you ignore this first line and last line. These are the possibilities for half similar line meters. You will have one verse with like this. This is the first line and this is the second line. Right? Another verse, this is the first line and this is the second line. In another verse, lahu lahu is the first line, garu garu is the second line. Like that. These are the possibilities. This is the table. So you have to ignore the first line and the last line. So this is the technique for Adda Samavrutti. So like that for the Arya and Visamavrutti also, there were such techniques given, right? So this original basic technique shown here is only for Samavrutti.
Hi, Bante.
Yes.
But then if how you do it that way, then you have to ignore the 6th line and then the 11th line as well.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6th line and 11th line also we have to ignore. We have to ignore all similar lines, right? 6th and are they all first, last, 6th and 11th?
And 11th, Bante. Yes.
Yes. We have to ignore similar lines and then take the dissimilar lines. Those are the possibilities. So I just mentioned that to for that question. There are ways to apply these techniques, but then there are some other methods also follow. Okay, then let's conclude the class for today. There are four other techniques to learn. So next week we will learn them and then learn some more examples and conclude. Are there any more questions? No, right? Then let's wind up the class by reciting Buddha Sasanam Chirang Pitthatu. Buddha Sasanam Chirang Pitthatu. Buddha Sasanam Chirang Pitthatu. Buddha Sasanam Chirang Pitthatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you so much, Bante.
Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bante.
Thank you so much, Bante.
Thank you, Bante.